This game was played in 1970 in Yugoslavia. Mikhail Tal play with white pieces and Viktor Korchnoi play with black. Let's move to the game. So Tal starts with e4 and Viktor Korchnoi replies with e6. French defense. d4, d5. French defense normal variation. Knight to d2, c5. Knight to f3. Create support on d4. a6. Preventing bishop to b5. E takes d5. E takes d5. Bishop to e2. c4. Cut the bishop's diagonal. And Tal castles king side. Bishop to d6. Rook to e1. Knight to e7. b3. Create space for his bishop. And also create pressure on c4. So black continue with b5 and support this pawn. a4, c3. Knight to f1, b4. So black set his pawns on queen side. Knight to e5 and black castles king side. Bishop to f4, f6. So pressure on knight. Knight to d3 and black exchange his bishop. Bishop takes bishop, knight takes bishop. Queen to d6 and pressure on knight. So Tal continue with bishop to f3 and didn't support his knight, because if black take this knight, then you can see that after moving bishop, Tal could take this knight with his rook and the rook jumps on the 7th rank. So Viktor Korchnoi didn't take this knight and continue with knight b to c6 and developing his pieces. Knight to e3 and finally black take this knight. Because after moving knight, Tal couldn't take this knight. But Tal has plan. So Tal continue with knight takes d5 and create fork on both pieces. So here, if black move his queen on d6, then Tal could take this knight and give a check. And this knight is pinned. So if black continue with knight takes knight, then black would lose his rook. So after knight takes d5, Viktor Korchnoi take this knight. And Tal continue with bishop takes knight and check and also fork on knight. King to h8, bishop takes knight. So now material wise game is equal and also pressure on rook. So black continue with rook to a7 and save his rook. Queen to e2, queen takes d4, rook to d1, queen to c5. Create pressure on bishop. So here pause the video and think Tal's next move. So Tal continue with queen to e8 and sacrifice his queen and support this bishop. But Viktor Korchnoi can't take this queen because rook takes rook comes and back rank checkmate comes. So Korchnoi can't take this queen. So Korchnoi continue with rook to f7 and support this rook. So Tal continue with rook to d5 and create pressure on queen. So Korchnoi move his queen on b6 and pause the video and think Tal's final move. So Tal continue with queen takes rook and again sacrifice his queen. But after queen takes rook, black resigned here. Because if black take this queen, then rook to e8 comes and the threat is clear. Black can't prevent this checkmate. Back rank checkmate. And if black continue with rook to g8, then Tal could continue with rook to e8 and direct threat is checkmate. If black exchange his rook, then also checkmate. And black creates space for king, then also checkmate comes. So after queen takes rook, Viktor Korchnoi resigned here. If you like the game, then please subscribe the channel for more games. And bye for now.